Guys, welcome to my channel today. Today I am going to be doing a quick video. I haven't done a video in a while, so I'm so excited about today. I have been quite a bit busy preparing. I was preparing to launch my new book that I have out, and for a while now I've just been going through a transition, personally and business wise, and just trying to balance everything, being a mom, being a businesswoman with 3 businesses, and now being an author. So guys, today let's get right into it. I am excited about this. This is pretty much the first chapter in my new book. I'm so excited. Isn't it cute? It is called Just Started. That is like my new, well, actually my old, what is it called, mantra, or my old favorite sentence to say. Just started. Every time somebody says, oh Louise, how do I start a business? I want to do what you do, and how do I get into business? And I'm just like, you're not gonna know until you just start it. You have to just start it. When you start it, you figure out the rest. So I'm gonna start a series, a 3-part series called Marriage, Relationships, and Business. And this is gonna be 3 parts, so stay tuned for the other 2 parts, because there's so much that I want to talk about, and I want to keep it straight to the point, and just go from there. And then what I'll do is just pick chapters from my book as led by the Spirit. Whichever chapter that just comes to me, I'm gonna film a video about it and give you a gist of it. But make sure to grab a copy of the book. It has so much, you know, life into it. It's gonna definitely move you and give you step-by-step and resources on how to start that God-gifted business. So today we are talking about marriage, relationships, and business. And this is something that is very personal to me, because I am a big fan of relationships and marriage. And so I'm a lover. I love the idea of relationship. I love two becoming one and having that teammate who is your best friend, you know, who you can share ideas with, who you can build your empire with, who you can be yourself, you know what I mean? And so the first chapter that led me to write this, because I was going through a very troubling stage in my marriage. And so it's just funny that this book happened, the first chapter that I wrote happened to be about marriage and business, balancing marriage and business, you know, making sure that your business and your marriage are, should I say, compatible? Kind of, I think that should be a word. Making sure that your business and your marriage are compatible, because if they're not, you know, it's gonna definitely either or is gonna suffer. One or the other is gonna suffer. So who you marry can make or break your business. Who you marry can make or break your business. And what I mean by that is that you know, when we are dating, you know, we want to find out if we're in love with this person, if this person, you know, treats us right, if this person, you know, does the little things, the big things, you know, everything. You know, are they going to be a potential good parent tomorrow when I have kids? Do I like their family? You know, those are all the questions that we go through. We meet their parents, we meet their family, you know, all those things and whatnot. We want to see, even as far as financially, are they financially stable? Do they have a financial goal, financial future that's going to make you comfortable, and all that stuff. But what I want to talk about today is also what you have to be careful is that in picking your mate, you have to make sure that you pick a mate who, like I said before, I gotta write that down, who is compatible with your God-gifted business. Compatible. I'm writing that down. I've never used that before, so I am so writing that down to use that later. But yeah, so you have to pick a mate that is not going to quench your gift, your gifted business. It's not going to quench what you're gifted at. It's not going to, you know, derail you from what God has called you to be, because who you marry, that's two becomes one. Who you marry, literally, you're surrendering your life, you're surrendering your future, your goals, your aspiration, your giftings into the hands of somebody else besides God. But you're pretty much saying that, okay, we're vowing that we're going to pretty much become one. And when you're one, you can't just say, well, I'm still gonna do me and they're gonna do them and blah 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 blah. It doesn't work that way. An example of that is pretty much, I talk about it in the book, you know, when I used to date in college, I dated somebody who was pre-med. I was pre-pharm at the time. Yes, I have a biology degree that I have never used. I would have been a miserable pharmacist by now, okay? So he was pre-med, intelligent guy, great guy, had every quality that I was looking for the most part. But my entrepreneurship was kind of a joke to him. You know, it wasn't something that he appreciated. It wasn't something that he saw as potential or a gift. He saw it as, oh, you're just trying to not take your schoolwork serious. You need to just study harder and focus on becoming a pharmacist. You know, business is kind of iffy. Entertainment business or beauty business or whatever, those were just things that was kind of comical to him. So we couldn't even have conversations about, oh, I think this is a great idea. Or what do you think about this? It was more so, what do you want to do with your future? And I would start telling him my dreams. And he was like, yeah, I think that's just, you know, that's something that you can do as a hobby, but I think you should focus on school and, you know, become a pharmacist and become, you know, a professional. And there's nothing wrong with that, because that's his vision and that's his goal of what he wanted for his future. But it wasn't in alignment with what I wanted. Now, if we had gotten married, I would have been a miserable pharmacist. I can promise you that, because I'm also somebody that believes in trying my best to be a submissive partner, a submissive wife, and blending in both words as one. So I know what I can do and what I can't do, and I know that I would easily be influenced by how he felt or what he thought, because he did. He was, you know, an awesome student, high GPA. He, you know, he was going to be a surgeon, and awesome. He's probably a surgeon by now. But I would have been miserable, because I wouldn't have followed my path. I wouldn't have followed my passion. I wouldn't have followed what led to actually activating my giftings. So if you're dating somebody right now, and let's say you're in entertainment and, you know, they're in the medical field, it doesn't necessarily mean that it can't work. I mean, we know, I'm sure some of you have heard great stories or have met great people that they work in two different career fields, but they make it work perfectly. So there's some instances that it's even better to be with somebody that has totally, you know, a different career platform than you do. But at the same time, they need to be supportive, or at least be able to kind of see what your gifting and what your vision is. And what I mean by that is that you don't necessarily have to be in that field or believe in that field 100%, but you also have to believe in me. Because when somebody believes in you, you know, it's easier for them to believe in what you can do, and you making something come to full manifestation. You know how they say sometimes people don't buy the brand, they buy the story behind a brand. You know, or you can buy something because you believe in the person that's selling it to you, or the owner of the business's story touches you, that you just feel comfortable and you just buy from them, not necessarily because the product is so fantastic. So you have to be careful to know the difference, and that's something that you have to pray about and ask the Holy Spirit to guide you, because you're never going to really know truly what that person feels in your heart, and you're not going to really know if that is the right mate for your gifted purpose. And that's why I think I've seen quite a few trending videos that were talking about marrying for purpose, which is very true, because you want to make sure that at the end of the day, you guys can build an empire together in your giftings. It's an awesome thing to see when two people come together and they work in your giftings, because God is going to place, you know, two people that one's weakness is the other one's strength, and one's, you know, strength is the other one's weakness. And it just goes so perfectly when those two just become one, because it's a negative and a plus. It's awesome. It's beautiful to watch. You see them build an empire. You see them overcome storms. You see them, you know, just enjoy each other, enjoy being friends. And that's when it's easier to be friends, to communicate, to talk about many things. And so you have to watch out and pray for that. Like the Bible says, you got to watch and pray. You got to really be watchful about that. The person is in alignment with what your giftings are. If you kind of know what you're passionate about, you kind of know what, you may not know exactly what your gifts are, because most of the time we meet our spouses when we're fairly young and we have to really figure it ourselves out. So we're in the midst of still figuring out what we want to do with our life, with our future. But at the same time, you will kind of get hints here and there that, okay, this person kind of supports me, or this person doesn't support me at all, or this person, even though they don't support me, they're pretty much still there. You know what I'm saying? They're still trying to do their best to see what you're talking about, or at least assist you in what you're talking about, even though they don't really see the full picture. They believe in you. Not to say the idea per se, but they believe in you, that you're smart enough, or you're intelligent enough, or you're creative enough to at least give this a shot and say, okay, try it out. And hey, let's try and see. If it fails, it fails. But let's try if it's something that you're really passionate about. And so you have to be careful, because if you marry the wrong person, chances are your gift is not going to get activated. And you know, it's one of those sad situations where you have to pray about it, because you're not gonna know, especially if you don't know what your gift is. If you don't know what your gift is before you get married, you have to be really careful, because once that gift, at some point in time, God is gonna need that gift activated. God, not needed, but God is going to activate that gift in you. And when that gift gets activated, if your marriage or your spouse is not compatible with that gift, there's going to be problems. For example, let's say, I'm gonna use myself again. While I was dating this ex of mine, if we had gotten married, right, and I graduated in school with a pharmacy degree, he graduated as a surgeon, and we get married, and then down the road, I find out that I actually love business. You know, I love creative, risky business, that I love taking an idea and bringing it to full manifestation and activating it into a business. That is my gift. That is what I love doing, and I love seeing other people do the same, and I love helping other people do the same. And it's not something that gives you immediate money. It's not something that you do for the money. It's something that I do because it's my gift and I love doing it. I could do it for free. I have been doing it for free. I'm still doing it for free. But imagine that we're married 2 years down the road, 3 years, 5 years down the road, and I'm like, I don't want to be a pharmacist anymore. You know what I mean? I want to start an entertainment company. I want to start a hair braiding. Let's put it there. I want to start a hair braiding business. I want to start a food business. Now, that's going to be a big problem in that marriage. Because if he signed up for, I'm marrying a professional, we both professionals, that is our story, that is the image we have, that's what we go for, and he's not sold, the entertainment business or the food business or the hair business is going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem for your marriage. You know what I mean? It's going to be a problem for your marriage. So you have to be careful that the only way you're going to know honestly, because there's no formula. I can't sit here and say, hey, when you do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, or whatever, you're going to be secure in your marriage and you're going to marry the right person. Nobody can sell me that story. If that was the case, our divorce rates would not be so high. At the end of the day, you have to pray and watch. That is the only way you're going to know. You have to pray for God to lead you to the right person, and God to show you a sign that you've met the right person. And you have to also watch their character, their integrity, what they do, what they bring to the table, what you bring to the table. Does it merge? Can you see both of you utilizing your weaknesses and your strength? Your weakness, is he giving you, is he your strength for your weakness, and are you his strength for his weaknesses? And is he able, does he allow you to help him with his weaknesses, and do you allow him to help you with your weaknesses? So those are the things that I would suggest for you to keep a lookout for, because life is miserable when you don't fully operate in your gift. And I tell you that because I've experienced both sides of the game, and I know that a lot of people actually go through life and they die and they didn't really fully operate, like really fully expand and operate in your gift. Now your gift is going to be with you regardless. You're going to operate in your gift at some level. You're going to use it. It's part of you. It's what you were born with. You're going to use it at home. You're going to use it in your relationships. You're going to use it in your everyday, you know, dealings. The only thing is that some people get to realize and focus more. You know how they say work on your strength, focus on your strength, don't focus on your weaknesses so much. Try to, you know, try to help your weaknesses, learn certain things or certain characters or habits that your weaknesses don't become detrimental to you, but don't focus on it. You focus on your strength. And some people that have realized what the giftings are focus on your giftings, and it's an awesome space to be. When you're focusing on your giftings, it really is, it does become something that is fun. It's not work anymore. Even though you're working 12 hours a day or 16 hours a day, it doesn't matter to you because you're functioning in something that is in you, something that you were born in, something that God put in you from your mother's womb. So it's an easy sale to be functioning in your giftings. Even on tired days, it's not as bad as when you're functioning in something that you're not gifted at. You may be talented at it, but you're not gifted at it. And so I've met a lot of wives especially that have not, I've seen creativity, I've seen leadership skills, I've seen so much giftings in them, and I'm like, why don't you, you know, this would be something that you should explore. Why don't you do this or do that? Or even if it's not per se business, but explore this gifting. If you're gifted at, I don't know, cooking, you know, go, I don't know, expand in that, you know, do different things outside of cooking for your family and expand, share that gift, because God gave us gifts so we can share with other people, not just our family, to share with other people, to help other people out. And they're like, yeah, my husband doesn't want me to do this. Oh, my husband, I've met braiders that, you know, when I used to with mobile braiders, it was like they were gifted braiders. I mean, though they could braid in the speed of time, perfection, I mean 10 times better than I could. And I was like, girl, you are gonna be making money, you're gonna make money to help your family, you can build off of this and da 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 da. And they'll come for like a week or two, and then later on it's like, yeah, my husband doesn't want me driving, or my husband doesn't really want me braiding people's hair, you know, it's kind of whatever. It was so many excuses. And unfortunately, you don't know what that braiding hair leads to. I'm a testimony for that, okay? Because I started braiding hair. I started my braiding company, Mobile Braiders. Mobile Braiders led to Puff Puff Mix. Mobile Braiders led to Mobile Beauticians that we have right now. Mobile Braiders led to me becoming an author and writing a book. It opened doors because I was functioning in something that was in alignment with my gift. And that gifting is not the hair. It was actually bringing an idea that I thought about into full manifestation and actually activating that business and running that business. That was my gifting. And so it led to other things. And so you have to make sure that you don't marry the wrong person, that purpose in you doesn't fully come out. And then you end up being, you're happy, you're okay, but then there's always that thing missing. You know what, there's always that thing that you crave, or there's always that thing, and then 20 years, 30 years down the road, the kids have moved out, and maybe you guys are just the two of you, and you've done corporate America, not knocking corporate America, but you've done the day-to-day job and made money, whatever the situation may be, but you didn't function fully in your giftings. And so I just want to guide anybody. I just want to throw that out there. I talk about it more in my book. And you have to just pray and be watchful and make sure that the person that you marry is compatible with your business. So we're gonna have part 2 coming up. Watch that, subscribe to my channel. I promise I'm trying to post videos weekly, and I will finally get there. God is working on me, but I'm finally gonna get it. And I will be posting more videos. If you want more tips and resources. I'm going to be posting tips and resources on our Facebook group, which is called Just Start That Business. And also grab a copy of my book. It's on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, Books A Million, iTunes, and all of that. So grab a copy. It's very cheap. I think the Kindle version is $7.99 and the actual paperback is like $11.99. So get that book. It's going to answer a lot of questions. I will be talking about some chapters here, but I'm not going to go into detail as much as the book will, because I really took my time with the book. So stay tuned for more videos. Y'all have a blessed day. Ta-ta.